Happy Reset Sunday, besties. Before I get into the podcast episode, please make sure you rate and review on Spotify and like and subscribe on YouTube so we can continue glowing up together. Thank you. All right, are you stuck in a rut right now? Do you feel meaningless and like life has no purpose? Do you have no hope right now? That was me literally a week ago. I had just graduated college. I had so much free time on my hands and I thought I would be so happy, but I just felt so empty inside, and I literally made a YouTube video just ranting about this, and I will upload it this Thursday, so make sure you check it out if you want to hear me rant and be sad. And I get into this funk like a few times a year. I'm sure you guys do as well. And over time, I've been able to get out of this by myself and pretty quickly, rather than having this kind of like take over my life for months and stuff like that. So if you're feeling like this and you're trying to figure out how to stop feeling like this, then don't worry, because your online bestie is here and I got you. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talk about this issue, but I feel like everybody kind of goes through it where you just kind of disassociate with life. And you're literally sitting there like, what is my life? What am I doing? I don't get it, because the world is so big and we are just like one person, especially when you're stuck in your room. There's so much going on. It's just you stuck in your room, and just like one day you suddenly are like, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's how I've been feeling for like the past week. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What is going on? Literally, I felt like I couldn't even progress. I couldn't do anything. I didn't even want to get out of bed. I know that when I get like this, I need to just kind of get myself together and do whatever I can to feel more productive and like purposeful in life, because if you let this go on for too long, you can really get into a bad state and let this cycle continue and just never want to get out of bed. So a few things I like to do is, one, plan out your day. I cannot stress this enough. I started doing this so long ago and I've been doing it ever since. Whenever I don't plan out my day, I just wake up and I feel lost and I don't know what is going on. I just don't do anything because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Especially now, I know a lot of you guys probably just finished school. You're in like summer break. You probably have so much free time and you don't even know what to do with this free time. You know, obviously I want you guys to relax and cherish this free time, but also, honestly, when there's too much free time, you're like, what is going on? I feel so bored. I don't want to do anything. So planning out your day will really give each day just like a purpose, and you have at least a goal to hit and you have things to do, and you're not just like lying in your bed and not doing anything. Have a to-do list and list things that you need to get done. I will literally list the simplest things like, oh, I want to make a big breakfast today. I want to do my laundry today. And don't just list out like the errands and chores that you have to do, like getting groceries and all the boring stuff that doesn't excite you. Make sure you're also listing out things that will motivate you and excite you about the day. So maybe that could be taking a bubble bath. You know, sometimes that's not something we would think of doing, like taking a bubble bath. But if you put that on your to-do list, oh, tomorrow would be a nice day to do a bubble bath, then you will wake up and you'll feel like really excited because you're like, oh my God, I'm going to take a bubble bath tonight. There's just so much time in a day that you could do things and try out new things as well. I don't know what it is, but having it on a to-do list just makes you feel like you need to do it, like you need to get it done. I will even go as far as putting a time frame of when I need to get each thing done by, so I fully make sure that I get it done that day. Bouncing off of planning out your day, also just have a set routine each day, because having that routine, like I said, just gives yourself purpose. You have something to do. So it's something that you do every day, so it's comfortable. It becomes a habit. You feel more accomplished getting that done. That could be going to the gym every day. Make sure you have your morning and night routine. Not only is having like a morning skincare routine and a nightly shower routine good for your hygiene, but it's also just something that will bring you out of bed every day. You're like, oh my God, I have to do this. I have to do my skincare. Tonight, I have to take a shower. That is part of my daily routine and I need to stick to it. Sticking to something like that consistently will also make you just feel so good about yourself. You're like, okay, I'm doing this every day, and you will definitely see progress. Your purpose in life does not have to be starting the biggest and most successful company in the world. You know, your purpose could simply just be staying healthy and clean clean, and active. And maybe over time you will grow to have bigger goals and a bigger purpose. But for right now, like if you're someone who just doesn't even know what your purpose is, start small, okay? Your purpose is getting out of bed. Your purpose is eating one meal. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Make it simple, make it easy, because that way you will want to do things more. If something like getting out of bed seems so exhausting to you, you need to find a way to make it exciting to push you out of bed, you know? I like to make a matcha every day. That's what makes me happy. So every day I'll tell myself I'm getting a matcha no matter what. I'm either gonna make a matcha for myself or I'm gonna go to a cafe to get a matcha. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so ready to just leave the house and get a matcha. And it's very exciting for me. Next, I need you to get off social media, bestie. And as a content creator, I obviously don't want to tell people get off social media because that's how I make money. But even as a content creator, I have to be on social media all the time, but I understand how harmful it can be to my mental health. So I'll have to like put limits on myself. I'll be like, okay, we can only go on social media for an hour today, because I know that when I fall into this hole of just like scrolling too much, it will make me feel so less purposeful. Does that make sense? Because I'm always seeing all these people on my feed doing these amazing things, which probably most of the time is just a highlight. It's probably not the real deal, because I'm sure people will see my stuff and I'm like, oh my god, she's doing so much, she goes out all the time. But in reality, I felt like crap the past few weeks, you know? I'm always just seeing other people. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to be doing more. Or my life compared to theirs is so little, like what am I doing? As much as I try to not compare myself and recognize that, you know, social media isn't real and everybody's on their own path, when you keep feeding yourself these toxic media, it's still gonna affect you in some way. So if you feel like you are scrolling way too much on social media and you're also starting to feel bad because of it, that is your sign to get off, okay? Get off. Turn off your phone. Put it away. Do whatever you can. Just get out of it. Practice, practice, practice gratitude. Honestly, this helps me so much and it keeps me grounded whenever I just feel so sad. I understand that some people think practicing gratitude is dumb. Like, oh, why should I appreciate my life when my life sucks so much? But what is being so negative and like having all these negative thoughts gonna benefit you at all? Trying to be as positive and optimistic as possible is your only hope, okay? No matter how bad life is right now, you need hope to get you through it. Because if you're constantly just sad and negative, you're not gonna get through this. Whenever I feel really bad about my life, I always like to rant and just say really bad things and be like, why is my life like this, blah, blah, blah. But then after I kind of like let it all out, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna say what I like about my life, and I'll list things that I'm grateful for. Despite all this chaos, what am I still able to do? You know, because even though I feel like my life is crap right now, you know, there are still so many things that I should be grateful for, and like it could be worse for me. I am so lucky that I still have people around me who I know support me no matter what. I graduated college, you know, I'm educated, I'm still making money, I love my boyfriend. Life is still really good. And I would just say things like that to myself. I'll journal it and just try to be grounded. Let's calm down. You know, things could be so much worse. You need to remember that there are some things that you have that other people don't, and you need to utilize what you do have and just make the most out of it, you know? I have a completely functional body that can get me up every day, go work out, work, do whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want. And some people can't say that, you know? So the fact that I have all of this ability, like I need to utilize it. I need to get myself out of bed. I need to do my work. I need to take care of my body the best that I can. I need to use my brain as much as I can and experience all the things that I can in this world, because I have the ability to, and I'm lucky for that, and I'm so grateful. And if you are someone who can do all these things and explore the world, then why don't you? You know, I highly encourage people to just even try new things. I think sometimes when we fall into this rut of just feeling very hopeless, It's because we're stuck in the same cycle. We're stuck into what we know. So you really just need to change your life up a little bit, kind of spice it up. I just recently created a bucket list of things that I want to do. That could be really far in the future, or that could be right now. Let's say you do scroll on social media and you feel jealous of people, or you're always comparing yourself to people. What about them are you comparing yourself to? What are you envious of? And take those thoughts and think of what you can do to achieve those things that you feel envious of. And trying new things could simply just be trying a new food spot, like going and taking yourself out to eat something delicious. Trying out dating if that's something you want to do and you haven't before. Maybe you could try that. I listened to a TED Talk once, and it was this girl feeling like she had accomplished everything she wanted in life. You know, she was successful in her career, she was making money, and then as she got older, she got hit with cancer, and she realized, no, there were so many things that she wanted to do, and she wished that she would have pursued. Fortunately, she beat cancer, and she decided to pursue all those things that were like really deep down in the back of her mind. Like before the cancer hit, for her, it was just like this fantasy, not something that she would actually ever do. But afterwards, she actually was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to pursue it. And she did, and she became really successful at it. And I just feel like, you know, if there's anything you want to try, you should try it, because we have so much time, but life can also be so short. During the times like these, all you really need is something to excite you and bring passion into your life again, to feel motivated again and not feel so down all the time. We are at that point of the podcast where I'll be reading your bestie self-care stories that you guys send in. This first one is from Ashley. Ashley says, Char, you are literally my comfort influencer. I used to feel very bad about myself, but when I started listening to your podcast, I became way more confident and way more productive. Thank you so much, and I love listening to your episodes every Sunday. Thank you so much for that. It always means the world to me when you guys say like I'm your comfort influencer or something like that. The fact that you guys watch my stuff is just so mind-blowing to me too. I'm really glad these podcasts are helping you guys, and that's all I want. I just want for all of us to glow up and feel better about ourselves. Keep going, girl. This next one from Jane says, I recently started journaling because of you. I bought myself a journal and I write all my affirmations and what I am thankful for. Since then, I have been so much happier and appreciate life way more. I love that. Journaling truly changed my life, and I am glad that you got into it as well and you are seeing the benefits of it. That makes me so happy. And I love that you're writing what you're grateful for and your positive affirmations. Like, that is amazing, especially at night. It just like helps you sleep at night and feel at peace. Okay, besties, I know that feeling lost can seem very overwhelming, but it's important to remember that change is within reach. Plan your day, establish a routine, take breaks, practice gratitude, and try new things. These steps can transform your feeling of emptiness to excitement. Always remember that your situation is unique to you, and finding what works for you is such a rewarding process, and it can take time, but you just need to trust that you will find what works. And as always, your online bestie is here to support you every step of the way. So I will see you on the next Reset Sunday. Bye!